All right, let's talk about a vote that just took place in the House of Representatives, and it's got Mike Johnson feeling a little bit spicy. He is not happy about it at all. Um, I'll give you my thoughts here once we read some more of it and get our footing on what we're talking about. So, this is from ABC News. Republicans and Democrats team up to defy House leadership on voting for new parents. The House voted on Tuesday to stop Republican leaders from blocking an impending vote on proxy voting for new parents, now leaving the House paralyzed after several Republicans joined Democrats to torpedo a procedural rule to advance the petition in a package of Republican bills. The vote failed 206 to 222, with 9 Republicans siding with a unanimous Democratic caucus to form an unusual bipartisan coalition, throwing the House in a temporary paralysis with the surprise development. The joint rule they voted on would have blocked Rep. Paulina Luna's bipartisan discharge petition to allow proxy voting for new lawmaker parents. Both new mothers and fathers up to 12 weeks after giving birth. Luna had a child in 2023 as she was serving in Congress. So yeah, basically it's like remote voting. Like, you have a kid, you need to take care of your kid, and you can't take the time to travel to Capitol Hill and do this and that and vote in person. So it basically allows, I think, someone votes on your behalf, but obviously whatever your vote would be, you'd have that person vote for you, is my understanding of it. This might describe it a little bit more. It seems reasonable, but as you can see in a second, Speaker Johnson is very upset because he's a freaking boomer. These are the Republican reps who all joined in on this vote to defy Speaker Mike Johnson, who has argued the effort is unconstitutional. We worked as a team, and I think that today is a pretty historical day for the entire conference, Luna told ABC News' Jay O'Brien after the vote. It's showing that the body has decided that parents deserve a voice in Washington, and also to the importance of female members having a hope in Washington, D.C. Democratic reps Brittany Peterson and Sarah Jacobs introduced the effort with Luna and Republican Rep. Lawler in January. After the vote, Peterson praised Luna as a fierce champion. We are changing the way that Congress works, making sure that moms and parents have a voice, and I'm so proud to be part of this, Peterson, who held her 9-week-old son, adding a profane message for Johnson. Don't fuck with moms. Oh boy. House Republican leaders, including Johnson, has said they would take the unprecedented step to block Luna's petition, the latest move in a weeks-long internal House GOP clash. After the vote, House GOP leaders canceled votes for the rest of the week. Johnson said because the rule vote failed, we can't have any further action on the floor this week. It's disappointing. A handful of Republicans joined with all the Democrats to take down a rule that's rarely done. It's very unfortunate. Is he saying, like, the proxy voting is rarely done? If so, like, why do you care so much? Such a boomer. Luna said she was motivated to bring the legislation forward to change Congress for the better and bring more young American parents a seat at the table. Peterson spoke in favor of Luna's resolution on the floor Tuesday as she held her 9-week-old son, Sam. As Sam cooed, squeaked, and cried in his mother's arms, Peterson, with a burp cloth slung over her shoulder, pleaded for bipartisan cooperation to modernize Congress and address life events for lawmakers. I can't hold it anymore. I just need to, like, cut him right now, because the more I actually read this, just the more frustrated I get. Listen, yeah, I support this legislation. I think anyone should be able to have, essentially, family leave. Because that's, in a way, what this is, right? And I want to see this kind of energy for actually passing paid family leave for all Americans, not just Congress. I'm tired of all this, like, this hyperbolic and modernized Congress give young American parents a seat at the table. Like, shut up. Like, this is the same thing when the Congress votes to give themselves pay raises, but, like, you know, we can't increase the federal minimum wage, and it's been the same for, like, the last, like, 3 decades at $7.25 an hour. And we can't pass paid family leave for all Americans because whatever, But like we have this huge, like not huge, but we have Republicans defecting to the Democratic Party on this issue to give themselves better conditions while screwing over, on a daily basis that they don't address the issues that Americans face, Americans. And it's so annoying. Like, I'm just so annoyed. Like, where is this energy for things that actually benefit the American people and not just Congress? Anytime you guys want to get your proxy voting or paid family leave, whatever, yeah, no problem. Let's go through. But when it comes to the average U.S. worker, no, nothing. So, I want to see Republicans come over to the Democratic side on this issue for all Americans, like paid family leave for all Americans, essentially. I don't even know if all of the Democratic Party would, all the Democratic representatives would even vote on that. That's how freaking screwed we are. So yeah, I just had to interject. It's so stupid. They're crying and being all hyperbolic about me, Congress, me, but to the average U.S. worker, go fuck yourself. So yeah, whatever. This is good. I'm glad that, they can stay home and cast a vote and spend it with their newborn or kid, whatever. That's fine. But where's the same energy for everyone else? Peterson is only the 13th member of the House to have given birth while serving in Congress, and returning to Washington after her son was born prematurely meant she faced an impossible decision. We have a long ways to go to make this place accessible for young families like mine, Peterson said. For all the parents here, we know that when we have newborns, it's when they're most vulnerable in their life. It's when they need 24/7 care. Yeah. But why are you guys the only one that gets access? And why are you only fighting for yourselves? What about everyone else? Peterson said Sam slept through the vote, adding, I can't wait to tell him what he's been a part of. When it received 218 signatures on a resolution, enough needed to force the House to vote on the measure. Lawmakers used discharge petitions to circumvent leadership, who determine what legislation comes to the floor. Ohio Representative Miller, who voted against the rule, said in a post on X, I could not in good conscience vote for an unprecedented rule that would pull the rug from under Representative Luna's discharge petition that got the required signatures fair and square. Representative Lawler said in a statement on X, Rep. Luna followed the rules and secured the support of a majority of the House to discharge her bill. To change the rules midstream is wrong and undermines the House. Furthermore, it sets a dangerous precedent, one we will regret in the future. Johnson and Luna have been at odds over proxy voting for new parents. Here comes Boomer Johnson. Johnson has argued that proxy voting is the start of a slippery slope that could lead to more and more members voting remotely. Proxy voting was used during the COVID-19 pandemic, which many Republicans were against. The speaker is charged with protecting the integrity of the institution, and that's what this is about. Johnson said after the vote, later saying that there are emotional reasons for doing what they're doing, but we're going to keep governing. This is a small reason, thin majority, and we have to build consensus on everything, and I wish they'd not taken this course. You're being so dramatic, bro. Like, I don't know what the current rule is, but like, this is already a rare occurrence. So just have this be an exception and allow proxy voting for anyone who, gives birth or has a kid. And we're all good. Something that is already rare by your own admission in the first place. And Johnson has said proxy voting opens up Pandora's box where ultimately no one is going to vote here. We're all going to be voting remotely by AI or something. What are you talking about, you dumb boomer? That is not what's happening. Just like, hey, I just had a newborn. I need to take care of my kid. Can I vote remotely? Yeah. Everyone's going to be voting remotely by AI or something. What are you talking about? You're such a boomer, man. This is a deliberative body. You cannot deliberate with your colleagues if you're out somewhere else. Now, there are family circumstances that make it difficult for people to attend votes. I understand that. I've had them myself, Johnson said last week. House Republicans were slated to vote on several bills this week, including No Rogue Rulings Act and the SAVE Act, but those bills won't receive a vote now that schedule for the week has been scrapped. And honestly, that's the best thing about all this. It's that they were also about to vote on the bill we talked about either last week or the week before that they basically just want to nullify the district courts and say, hey, you can't rule on like any national matters. Like basically saying checks and balances, we don't need you. Let the king do whatever he wants. And then The SAVE Act, which was, I think that was in relation to like election fraud and just getting some of like Trump's agenda through on that, and which was just simply put voter suppression. So these two votes being delayed, very good, very good, very good. The vote came a day after Luna resigned from the ultra-conservative House Freedom Caucus over her legislation. According to a letter obtained by ABC News, with a heavy heart, I am resigning from the Freedom Caucus. I cannot remain part of a caucus where a select few operate outside its guidelines, misuse its name, broker backroom deals that undermine its core values, and where the lines of compromise and transaction are blurred. Disparage me to the press, and encourage the misrepresentation of me to the American people, she wrote in a letter. Yeah. So my takeaway with this, yeah, good for you. That makes sense. I'm not going to say I'm against this. I'm just frustrated because anytime Congress wants something like essentially paid family leave, which is just the closest thing I can compare this to, or pay increases, yeah, you got it. Republicans will come over to the Democratic side or whatever. But when it's for the average worker, no, go screw yourself. Oh, man. All right. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and I will see you in the next one. If you made it to this point in the video, I just want to give a special thank you. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button down below. And if you really enjoyed it, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button while you're down there. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. I will try to reply to any and all comments that I can. Until next time, watch that video on screen.